Alright, hello and welcome to tonight's Rusty Misfits Racing League All the Dirt Rookie Mini Stocks. We are kicking off the first of tonight's two races at Lernerville Speedway, as we are following along right now with points leader Hunter Wellman. Hunter, 156 points. He is 25 points ahead of second place, which is a tie between Aaron Murphy and Dean Qualley at 131 points each. Right now, Hunter, the fastest car on track, with Dean Qualley very close behind him, 17.62 to a 17.68. Mick Olofsson not far behind there either, sitting third place. But if you've been paying attention to Season 5 here in the Rusty Misfits Rookie Mini Stocks, that Hunter Wellman right there, he is bad fast, dominating the first three races, winning all three of them. He hasn't allowed anyone here to try to take a checkered flag on the dirt side of things so far. Can somebody sneak one away from him tonight? So far, the fastest car on the track, but Dean not going to be too happy to let him walk away with this, and definitely going to be wanting to break that tie with Aaron Murphy in the points as we approach the halfway mark of the season. Justin Walbring there in that 666 machine, he is not too far behind these guys either, but right there he is demonstrating why you got to be careful. The high line here does seem like it is going to prevail, but you do have to be aware and not go too high, because there is no wall on the backside of this track. You will go over into the grass and go doing some exploring, which is not going to be conducive to a very good finish if you decide to go out there in that off-track area. As well, if you look at our scoreboard there, in 5th place, the 33 car, Austin Strang. This is his first race in the rookie mini stocks with these boys, debuting in that 33 machine for the first time. Looks like we were having some fun there between that looked like Dean Qualley and Mick Olofsson getting together and sending Mick around. As practice is now wrapped up, we are getting ready to go with the first of our heat races. Let's see if we can find out what our starting grid is. 4 cars in this heat, with Aaron Murphy starting pole position, Ray Andrews on his outside. Starting second row, Kyle Thayer in that number 89 car, with Hunter Wellman starting 4th position. As we wait for the pace truck to start leading these boys around this 4/10 of a mile clay oval. And there it starts rolling off pit road right there. Ray Andrews last couple of weeks having some pretty solid runs as well, just not able to close the deal. Finishing on podium a couple of times last week. Kyle Thayer not having the runs that he is hoping to have, but maybe he can change his luck tonight, bring that 89 machine to a far better finish. As we get ready, we should likely be taking the green flag here this time around. Pace truck should be leaving, and leaving the field in the hands of Aaron Murphy in that red, blue, and white car on the inside. As you see the pace truck pull off. 8 laps to figure things out here. Green flag is in the air. Murphy to a good start, able to clear that 13 car, and Kyle Thayer looking to try to sneak second away. But got Andrews off track early. Going to send him to the back of the pack. Aaron Murphy and Hunter Wellman up to the front now. Murphy by a half second over Wellman going into turn 1. As you see them running that high line, Hunter almost going too high even there. But ripping that cushion on the outside, the top 3 all running. But Hunter looking to the bottom, trying to take the lead away from Murphy. Pulling the slide drop, they make a little bit of contact. That does send Wellman just off the edge of the track, but he's able to bring it back. Superb driving right there by Wellman, not to completely lose it and to hold on to second place on top of it all. Thayer with a strong attempt to take second away, just not able to get there in time. But this is allowing Murphy to run away at the front, now 1.3 seconds up. Hunter Wellman, Kyle Thayer, and Ray Andrews back on track, being scored 1 lap down. Halfway through heat race number 1 here. This heat race will set the lineup for the inside row of our feature. And right now, that outside line is where you want to be. Everyone running that outside cushion right up as far as they can get that right rear tire without dipping it over the edge of the track. Which will make passing interesting as we see Kyle Thayer miscalculate where that right rear was and dip it over. Does not make contact with the wall and is able to bring it back on track just behind Ray Andrews. Will not lose any positions there. Back up front, we got Aaron Murphy still in the lead. Hunter Wellman able to close it in, but checkered flag is out. Murphy with the win in heat race number 1. Wellman closing in, but not able to get there in time, taking second place. Kyle Thayer jumping off into the grass, and Ray Andrews at the back of the pack. Now we will get ready to grid up heat race number 2. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Justin Walbring in that 666 Ford Mustang GT will start pole position with Mick Olofsson in that 21 car on his outside. Austin Strang in that 33 car making his debut start. We'll be bringing up third place here with Dean Qualley in fourth. Do believe we have everybody gridded up, and Pace Truck should be pulling away right soon here. And yes, there it goes. Of course, we want to thank All the Dirt for sponsoring these rookie mini stocks to come on out and put on the show that they do. Last week's asphalt race was a battle throughout the entire 75 lap feature. Hopefully we can see more of the same in both races here tonight. Justin Walbring right there in that 666 car. He's actually gotten himself into the iRacing rap business, Misfits Creations I believe they call it. And if you're looking for somebody to do an iRacing paint and do it for a very fair price, check out Justin. He is new, but he is doing a really good job with some of the cars that he is putting out. As we get ready to take the green flag here, again, another 8-lap heat race. And this will set our outside line for the feature. As the Pace Truck peels off, Walbring bringing them through 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. A very close, even start. In fact, Olofsson on the jump on the outside. Dean Qualley followed him on that outside line, trying to get past that 666 machine. Side by side down the back straightaway. But Dean getting a little too high, going off the track. Going to give that position back to Wallbring. Wallbring with a lot of pressure behind him with that 33 car, Austin Strang. Austin looking to take second place away. Looks like Mick is searching around a little bit, trying to see if a different line will work, but goes back up to that outside 1 and 2. Wallbring about a half a lane to almost a full lane lower. Maybe trying to play it safe and avoid that outside edge. Avoid dipping that tire over and causing himself problems. And we see Strang find that edge and go off track. And he is going to lose third place to Quali. And you see just how vicious that transition is. Just how sharp of an angle that transition is. So you do want to be careful doing stuff like that so you don't damage the car. These guys, they don't get fast repairs during the race, so they do have to live with any damage they cause to the car. 3 laps remaining in this heat race. Mick Olofsson still out front, but Wallbring only a half second behind, kind of closing that gap just ever so slightly. But we have seen so far in both heat races just how hard it's going to be to pass here. You're going to have to dive to that bottom and pull off a slide job, get clear and slide up in front of that car you're trying to make a pass to ruin their run off. White flag in the air one more time around this oval. Mick Olofsson still in the lead. Wallbring not able to get any closer. As we come to the checkered flag, Mick Olofsson taking the win, heat race number 2. Wallbring bringing up second, with Dean Quali third and Austin Strang having problems, finishing 12 seconds back in fourth. As we see Mick Olofsson with a very beautiful jump over the fence onto haulers in the outfield. Putting on a show for us boys here. Now we will go into a 3-minute warm-up before we enter our feature race. Feature race tonight going to be 40 laps as it has been for the entire season and will be for the entire season. As we see Hunter Wellman enter the track to do a few practice laps before we go into the final race of this, the final portion of this first race. Hunter trying to make a pass in that first heat race, got into that 41 machine who is behind him. Was not able to make that pass and had to settle for a second place finish in heat race number 1. Meaning he will start inside second row behind that 41 car. But right now, taking the point on the leaderboard, but not for long. Murphy getting back just ahead of him. 17.94 to 17.97. These two are very evenly matched. Quali getting up in there now too with a 17.95. And even back to fourth place, Mick Olofsson, 18.05. Like, less than a tenth of a second separating first through fourth. These guys can put on one heck of a show if they can manage to lay lap times down like that. And now you throw the top 5 in that mix there with less than a tenth of a second separating them. Austin Strang taking fourth place away, 17.97. And Quali to the top of the leaderboard that time by. We normally don't see, or not so far this season, we have not seen that 64 not be the top of the leaderboard as far as lap times are concerned. Maybe Quali will take a shot at taking the W here if he can continue running laps like that during the feature. It may also become a factor too that as these cars run that top line, they may wear the grip out of it and may have to start searching a little bit lower, trying to find, as we see Hunter go a little too aggressive and get too high and go over the edge once again. We are likely going to see that quite a bit during the feature. May also be a factor in who makes the fewest mistakes, who catches that edge to the least. Because at this point throughout practice, I think we've seen every car go over the edge of that track, as we see Hunter go again at the end of our warm-up, and we will now get ready to grid up for the 40-lap feature. As the pace truck pulls out and cars start lining up behind him, let's take a look at our official starting lineup. Aaron Murphy, winning heat race number 1, will take pole position with Mick Olofsson on his outside. Hunter Wellman, that 64 car, will be third, with Walbring in that 666 bringing up fourth. Kyle Thayer in that 89 machine will be starting inside of row 3 with Dean Qualley outside of him, Dean being our only Canadian in the field tonight. Ray Andrews in that number 13, and Austin Strang bringing up the back of the pack here in that 33 car in 8th. Eight-car field here for a 40-lap feature. Hunter Wellman 343 trying to make it 4-for-4. We have seen that inside line struggle though, so the key here is going to be getting to the top as fast as possible. Mick Olofsson, not someone you want to sleep on either though. If you watched season 4, Mick went on a tear in the last half. Did not let anyone take a W away from him in the last half of the season to take the championship home for the Dirt Series. Aaron Murphy, another pretty quick car too. We got some solid drivers in this 8-car field. Could be anyone's race. As we get ready to go green flag racing. Green flag is actually in the air now. Good start by Aaron Murphy, but Mick Olofsson strong on that outside line. Still side by side down the back straightaway. Mick Olofsson pulling out ahead, taking the lead away from that 41 car. Walbring trying to ride that outside line, getting just outside of that 41, looking to take second place away. Wellman managed to slot back up in 4th place onto that outside, just ahead of Qualley. Thayer and Andrews, the big losers on that jump to the green flag, as we watch Hunter Wellman get blocked off by that 41 car, sliding up in front of him, refusing to give that position up to him. Mick Olofsson to an early lead here, playing it dangerous, flirting with the edge of that track through 3 and 4. A half a second ahead of Justin Walbring. Walbring with a good start, started in that 4th position, managed to take that advantage of that outside line, but overshoots the corner and spins it around. No caution for that. Gets it going again. But that is going to give Olofsson a 1-second lead now, 5 laps into this race. Aaron Murphy, Hunter Wellman, 2nd, 3rd. Dean Qualley real close behind this group too. In fact, from 2nd on back, it's a pretty tight field. A little bit of a gap back between Qualley and Strang, but not by a whole lot either. And it looks like Walbring is having more issues in the back of the pack. Now 11 seconds back, or sorry, that might have been Ray Andrews. Looked like he was off track just a little bit. Still up front, Murphy slowly closing the gap to the 21 car. 21 looking like he's having a little bit of issues keeping that car steady underneath him. Getting that car swinging just a little bit more than he wants to, and that will scrub speed. As we do see the 41 car slowly reeling in. Was a half-second gap, now we're down to 3/10. Caution flag is out. Let's take a look at all the dirt instant replay here. Looks like Kyle Thayer or potentially Ray Andrews had an issue. Coming into 1 and 2 here, Thayer gets up and over and spins it on that outside edge. And yes, that would bring the caution out as the the 666 car, Justin Walbring, was coming up to him and he was sideways on the track. Caution flag number 1 for Kyle Thayer spinning around. Does appear also that Ray Andrews is being scored a lap down. See if we take a look, see if we can find out what happened to him. Again, overshoots and goes off that track. And he is doing some serious farming back there. So far back that we can't even see him with any of our cameras down there. Manages to get it going, but cost him a lap and puts him one behind the leaders. However, luckily enough, we do have lucky dogs in this series, and it will appear that Ray will get that lucky dog call and get his lap back as we are doubling back up here. Pace truck pulling off, field in the hands of Mick Olofsson. On point here, Aaron Murphy with the preferred lane on that outside line though. See if Mick can get a good enough start here to get up in front. In fact, 64 and 41 make contact. That is going to allow Mick to take that position back away. Get to that top line. Austin Strang with a big move to the inside. Wellman and Murphy fighting hard here. Murphy sliding down a little bit. Quality's going to look to try to fill the gap. Not going to get there though. Murphy able to close the door on Quality. And he's going to go and try to fight back against Wellman, try to take that position back away. But he is going to catch the edge of that track. That's going to bottleneck all these cars behind that 41. Quali on the inside, sliding down in front of Strang. 3 wide in 1 and 2 right now. Strang looking for 3rd place. Murphy able to keep that momentum on that top line and fought his way back out there. Walbring and Strang racing side by side. Quali having issues, must have caught the outside edge as well. Because now Dean is being scored 9.2 seconds back. Kyle Thayer, Ray Andrews right there near him. Walbring hoping to bring back a level of that consistency he had last season. Has not had that same consistency so far yet this season in Season 5. But he is looking to bring that back. Last season on the podium for all but 1 race on both the Asphalt and Dirt Series. So far he's only managed to get there a couple of times, but this is a pretty solid, strong field to be racing against. These guys are not making it easy to get on that podium. Hunter Wellman at 2nd place and reeling in leader Mick Olofsson, but we got a caution on the track again. Caution flag number 2. See if we can figure out what happened here. So you go back with the 89 car. Kyle Thayer, Dean Quali, they're racing each other. Again, just overshoots the turn, goes off track. That alone should not have caused the caution. Flips it around. And likely because the leaders are right there. Bringing out caution flag number 2 of the night. Not what Olofsson wanted to see. 25 laps to go in this race. Caution flag laps do not count. But Olofsson had a decent lead. And his best chance to hold off that 64 car was to not have the caution have to restart on that inside line again. Which is unfortunately where he's going to be. The outside line seems to be what works for the most part. One more time before we go back green flag racing. Wellman on that outside. Walbring right behind him. Murphy in third. On the inside row, second row inside. As the pace truck is off. And we are back. Green flag racing. Mick with a good start, but Wellman holding strong on that outside. Mick is able to get up and clear that front bumper. Not able to hold it though. Wellman to the outside for the lead. Mick driving it in just hard enough to slam that door in front of that 64 again, as we have cars quality involved with. Believe that was Ray Andrews. Let's take a quick look back. No caution yet. Quality on the outside is Strang. Goes into the corner, checks up to not get into the 666 car, and Strang getting into him, pushing him up to the pit exit wall. Dean doing a good job getting that car wound up. Meanwhile, back at the front, 22 laps to go. Olofsson in that 21 car, still on point. Wellman looking down to the bottom, inside, side by side, racing for the lead. Making contact. Murphy going to the outside for 3 wide for the lead into 3. Murphy off track. And give the lead to that 64 car, but maybe not so fast. Olofsson diving it to the inside, pulling the slide job up. Wellman looking crossover. Able to take the lead back away from that 21 car. Going to slide up there, but Olofsson once again back down to that bottom. Just crossing back and forth. Walbring just behind these guys, waiting for these guys to make a mistake. As they keep crossing each other over for the lead. Olofsson not quite able to slide up in front of Wellman that time though. That's going to give the lead more solidly to that 64 car. Olofsson going to have to settle for second for the moment being. In fact, Wellman is opening that gap up. He is now 0.7 of a second ahead of Mick in that 21 car. 1.4 ahead of Walbring. Wellman looking like he might have a solid shot at going or keeping the win streak alive here tonight. In fact, he keeps opening that lead, and Mick Olofsson might be in trouble of losing second place to Justin Walbring. Walbring only about 0.6 of a second back. And Justin searching around for a little bit of track or grip in the track, see if he can close that gap even more. And looks like we have another caution flag number 3. Take a look at all the dirt instant replay here. Ray Andrews racing around Kyle Thayer, just goes up and off track. As we said at the beginning, that edge of that track will bite you, and you got to be very careful not to get up over that edge, because it will grab your car. It will pull it anywhere it wants to go, and it doesn't usually end well. As we see, Ray got spun to the inside there, had to wait for the leaders to go by, and pulling out caution flag number 3 tonight. The back of the pack here, though, Dean Qualley and Aaron Murphy. Dean on pits and Aaron seemingly off track. Not sure what happened to Aaron, but not how he wanted the night to go, considering how strong he started. As we have 1 to green here. Mick Olsen on that outside in second place, outside of Hunter Wellman in that 64 car. Walbring in third with Austin Strang, the newcomer tonight, holding strong out there in fourth place. As the pace truck pulls off the track, Hunter Wellman in control here for the green flag. Now, league rules are that you do not start until you get the green flag, and there it is. Wellman clearing the 20. Mick having an issue. Looks like he might have missed a shift. Going to cost him 2 or 3 positions here. Austin Strang getting hard into the back bumper of him. Mick trying to slide inside of that 666 car, not able to get there. Going to slot back up into third place, putting Walbring up to second. Strang, after getting into the back bumper of that 21 car, that slotted him back behind the 89 of Kyle Thayer. Thayer on that bottom, trying to fight that 33 car off, but Kyle Thayer holding strong on that inside line, not letting that 33 get up and ahead of him. Meanwhile, Mick Olsen managed to make the pass on Justin Walbring to take second place back, and is actually opening the gap up ahead of it, or between him and Justin. 1.5 seconds ahead of him, though, is our leader, Hunter Wellman. 10 laps left in this race. Hunter out to the biggest lead we've seen tonight. 1.6 seconds, 1.8, and gaining. Mick did not appear to have a very good corner that time, and that cost him a lot of time to the leader. And in fact, he is going to be in trouble here, losing at least 1 position. Walbring now to the inside. Walbring not having the corner he wanted, had to back off and defend against that 33 car. But Mick over-rotating, that's going to cost him a lot of speed. Walbring to the outside, down the front straightaway. Mick trying that very bottom of the track, actually seeming to find something there. Able to slide just ahead of that front bumper, but now you got to give Strang the benefit here. These two slowing themselves down, looking to the inside. Not able to make anything happen as we have Walbring to the inside of the 21 car, fighting hard for second position. Little bit of contact sends that 21 off track, and he's hard into the outside wall. And he is sitting there. This might bring out the caution. Nope, he is able to tow. And that gives second place to Justin Walbring. But Austin Strang right behind him. And even Kyle Thayer. Thayer's not very far behind all this. Five laps on the board remaining in this race. Hunter Wellman out to a almost 4.5 second lead. Walbring defending second place right now. Austin Strang has gotten to that outside and is trying to take it. Walbring trying to close the door but can't. Strang's there. Strang's going to get the run down the back straightaway. Almost cleared Justin for second place. Justin way down at the very bottom of the track. In fact, he might be losing third to Thayer. Thayer coming from the back now to try to take third place, get that last podium position away, but Walbring able to slide up and close the door. Thayer crossing over to the bottom. 2 laps remaining in this race here. Justin Walbring able to secure third, as Thayer did not have a very good exit a lap or two ago. Giving Walbring a little bit of breathing room. White flag in the air. Hunter Wellman 4 seconds ahead of Austin Strang, who is now in second place. Checkered flag is in the air as Hunter Wellman comes down the front straightaway, winning race number 4 on the season. Undefeated so far. Is that young man behind that wheel going to give anyone a chance? Austin Strang bringing up second place with Justin Walbring holding strong in third. Kyle Thayer, Ray Andrews round out the top 5. Mick Olson, Aaron Murphy, Dean Qualley, the final 3 cars in tonight's Dirt Series race. Really good racing all the way through the 40-lap feature. Mick Olofsson starting on pole position, managed to get out to an early lead. Was not able to maintain it in the mid-section of that race. Hunter Wellman taking advantage of some caution flags and is able to make positions up and take the win away from Mick. Good battle mid-pack too the whole way through. Austin Strang, Kyle Thayer, Justin Walbring, Aaron Murphy, all those boys fighting hard for position. But at the end of the day, Walbring and Strang are settling for second and third. Hunter taking the win. And why don't we bring in our third place finisher, Justin Walbring? Justin, you're starting to find your rhythm here on the season, starting to get that podium streak back going. How's it feel?
This one not so good. There at the end of the race, towards the end of the race, I ended up getting into Mick and sending him over the bank, and I feel so bad about it.
Well, unfortunately, that's one of the dangers of racing here at Lernerville. The outside edge of the track we saw bite everyone at some point throughout the night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all went over at least once.
Oh, minimum at least once, if not multiple times throughout practice, because that's the best time to learn where the limits are, right?
Right, and Mick, if you're watching this, I am so sorry, buddy. I did not mean to do that. I tried to get it off you, man.
But at the end of the day, you managed to hold on for third. Austin Strang came out of nowhere, it seemed like. He ran towards the back of the pack the entire race there, and then he gave you quite a bit of trouble over second place there, didn't he?
Oh, he gave me a race for it, that's for damn sure. I've ran with Austin a few times. I run with him in a league on Sundays, and I ran with him a league about a year or so ago. And great driver, great racer, very clean competitor.
Well, he obviously did very well tonight, and Justin, so did you. You brought home third place, as we've said already here. Who do you want to thank for helping you out to get there?
I want to give a big thanks to Mick, Dean, Ray Andrews, Gemini's, Cush 21 for the pre-race ritual, Festacab Festival Cab Services, Clint's Auto, and big shout out to Michael Steele from Michael Steele Graphics.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get your wrap on that car there as well. You know, Misfits Creations, you're starting to do some of your own wrapping, right?
Yes, I am, and it'll be on there, but I'm going to represent Michael for the rest of this season.
Absolutely. Michael does do pretty solid work, as evidenced by your car. That is a sharp-looking car out there, so if you're looking for a paint scheme, talk to Justin, talk to Michael. They're more than happy to help you.
Most definitely. And you might see something new on it for the season finale that I'm working on.
Well, can't wait to see that, Justin. Congratulations once again on third place. Hopefully we can see you. I do know you happen to like Slinger, and that's where we're racing next.
I mean, I won there last season, got my first W there. I'm going to try to, go back-to-back with it. We'll see how it goes.
Well, good luck a little bit later on, and hopefully we'll talk to you again.
Yep, you have a good one. Thank you.
Alrighty. So now we'll bring our second place finisher, Austin Strang, into the booth here with us. Austin, newcomer to the Rusty Misfits rookie mini stocks, and you come out with a statement. Second place in your first run with these boys. How are you feeling right now?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm shaking like a leaf, but like you said, it is definitely a great debut. I was just trying not to wreck anyone half the damn time, but other than that, yeah, it was a blast. I had a hell of a time here.
Well, this is definitely a difficult track to run at there. The outside line, obviously quite a bit faster than going to the bottom, but so dangerous running on that outside line. Did that make you a little hesitant gripping that cushion? Were you worried about catching that right rear on the edge, or did you just not pay attention to that?
To an extent, I was paying attention, and then other times I just kind of had to throw caution to the wind and just say, I need to catch these guys. I need to, try and make hay and get a little further ahead. And I even near the end of the race, my spotter told me that I was about 3 or 4 tenths faster than the leader, and I was like, if I have enough time, I've got this. And white flag came out. I was like, oh, well, maybe not.
Well, Hunter had at one point about a 4.5 second lead, but towards the end you closed that down to just under 4. So definitely found some speed somewhere in that car that Hunter did not have.
Yeah, I really don't know where I found it, but I'm pretty glad I did find it, and I'm hoping I can find some more speed later tonight and next week.
Well, we look forward to that, Austin. Is there anyone, as far as sponsors or friends or family, you want to thank for supporting you here?
Yeah, I want to thank Rogue Energy, Duck Keys, Allison Learning, Admin Box, iRacing iFlag, my wife for sure because she lets me do this all the time and doesn't get mad. Um, and just the rest of my family for being so supportive. All my friends that usually come and watch me race, so I greatly appreciate them all too. And thank you to you and the league for putting this on.
Well, it's definitely a joy putting these broadcasts on with the way you guys race out there. I've made the comment a few broadcasts here in a row now that we almost have to take that rookie moniker away because you guys don't drive like rookies out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes the rookie moniker doesn't mean just not driving well. It's just maybe you don't have as much speed as some of these other guys.
Well, and in our case, it's more that you're new to the league, more so than it is that you're new to racing or you're an actual rookie in that sense of the word. So,
Fair enough. Definitely makes sense.
all right, Austin. Congratulations on second. Hopefully, you can do just as well coming up here shortly at Slinger, and we look forward to seeing more from you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great night, man.
You too. All righty. Well, this is getting to be a bit of a pattern here, Hunter. 4 for 4. Are you going to let anyone else take a win here, or are you just going to steal them all?
I'm gonna try for as many as I can. I'd like to see how well I do this season.
Well, definitely off to a strong start. Like I said, you've won all 4 races on the dirt side so far. Uh, were you a little worried? Because the last 3 races you started on the pole and you were a little deeper in the field tonight.
Yeah, the inside is not the place to be at Lernerville. I wanted the outside from the start, and Pildraw put me in Heat 1, so I knew Lap 1 was going to be a challenge for me.
Well, and it kind of showed a little bit, like you said, the outside was the line. There was a whole level of risk versus reward between running that lower line and not dipping that right rear over the edge. There's a lot of drivers, yeah, well, everyone throughout the night got that outside edge at some point, but you managed not to get it during the feature, which is when it counted the most.
Yeah, about lap 15, I had seen too many people go over. I was just trying to play it safe and hoping that I could get a run through the middle.
Well, you definitely managed to do that. You managed to take advantage of other people's mistakes. And there's a little bit there towards the latter half of the race that you and Mick were trading blows. It was about 5 or 6 laps just straight crossover after crossover. What was going through your mind at that point there?
My heart rate had to have been hitting 250. Mick is a very fast guy, and trading sliders with him almost always ends up with me behind him. So being able to battle with him was a lot of fun. Also trying to avoid the top there and trying to get under him.
Well,
Very stressful.
that definitely put on a great show. I could just imagine how stressful that was from the driver's side or point of view, just going back and forth and trying not to wreck each other. So thank you for putting on that show. That was some amazing driving right there, Hunter.
Well, thank you very much.
Anyone you would like to thank and for supporting you?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for running the broadcast. I'd like to thank Misfit Creations and Justin Walbring. He does all of my wraps and paint schemes. I'd like to thank RJB Automotive, KRS Clothing, and Kellner Raging Supply, and Hairstyles with John. They all sponsor me both in iRacing and with my go-karts. And I want to thank everybody who was watching tonight, both on the broadcast and on Twitch, for stopping in to say hi.
Well, that's definitely a solid list of sponsors there, Hunter. And are we going to see you here at Slinger?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, that's too bad. I think Slinger would be a track that'd be right up your alleyway, but if we have to miss out on you tonight there at the asphalt side, I guess we'll just have to figure out a way to live with it, eh?
I guess so. I apologize.
Alrighty, Hunter. Congratulations once again on the win. 4 for 4 on the season. Let's see if we can make it 8 for 8.
Oh, I don't think I'll be coming back if that happens.
It's definitely going to be a tall order with the caliber drivers they're running with you, but you definitely have the speed. I'm sure you can definitely make a good, solid run at it.
I hope so. We've had some people join lately, and those guys are really fast, so it should be a fun season.
Alrighty, Hunter. Once again, congratulations on the win, and look forward to next week, I guess.
Yep, thank you very much.
Alrighty. That will bring this part of the broadcast to a close. We will be back live in about 20 to 25 minutes with the second half of tonight's racing at Lernerville Speedway, the world's fastest quarter mile. And boy, I'll tell you, that track will put on some insane racing. So hopefully we will see you there.